going to say we've been having some sound difficulties this morning, so I apologize if our sound goes in and out. If I were radiant,
and you are,
I would fly so free and so far.
free and far.
If I knew I were radiant,
You are radiant.
I could touch the velvet stars and never leave my heart. When I am radiant,
And I am.
I walk with barefoot ease on virgin sand.
Walk with me.
When I am radiant,
I am radiant.
I will take you by the hand and show you where you stand. Right here in the sphere of no circumference, here in the throne of the heart, here in the jewel in the lily, at the heart of the holy. When we know we are radiant,
We are radiant.
we live and breathe the warmth in the cold.
Breathing on.
We are nothing but radiance,
We are radiant.
and we recognize our soul in the home. As I flow in radiance,
Flow in radiance.
I am the light in which all doubts dissolve.
Doubts dissolve.
As we glow in radiance,
Flow in radiance.
our eyes delight to see the world revolve, and we evolve right here in the sphere of no circumference, here in the throne of the heart, here is a jewel in the lily, at the heart of the holy. Now I know I'm radiant.
I know I'm radiant.
I always knew but did not understand.
Always knew.
Now I bow in radiance
Bow in radiance.
and play peekaboo with God inside a man. There's no end. Here in the sphere of no circumference, here in the ocean of the heart, here as a jewel inside the lily, in the love and laughter of the mystery, as the heart of the holy. Wow.
I've followed easier things. Whew. I just have to give myself a moment to allow those words to flow into me, through me, beyond me. Because knowing that we are radiant is not, for many of us, an everyday occurrence. And yet, the truth is that it's exactly who and what we are. So as Carol already explained, what we're working really towards all year is a greater understanding of this thing that we experience that is the good that flows into our lives. And the theme for the year is avenues of good, because the good that flows into our lives comes in all different ways, right, Carol?
Right.
And expected, unexpected, large, small, all different ways. And this month we're talking about letting go of the idea of fixed income. And after the talk on New Year's Day, someone in the congregation came up to me and said, you know, what had occurred to me as I was listening to you, that if it wasn't broken in the first place, why did it need to be fixed? Where did the idea of fixed come from? Well, it came from the experience and the anticipation of limitation. And you know, some ideas, they catch on like measles. They just spread and they spread and they spread like, you know, something horrifically contagious through generations. And I've decided that fixed income is one of those, because limitation is one of those. And we can understand and we can make understanding comments and be empathic towards people who experience what they call fixed income. But we don't have to do it. We don't have to have it. We don't have to perpetuate it. There's nowhere that it's written that it says that that's our job. In fact, what is written in many places and in many languages and in many ways is spread it around like seeds, like poppy seeds or tomato seeds or anything else that brings you joy. Spread it around and watch how it grows. It isn't just the philosophy of the science of mind that says this is a good idea. This has been a good idea since before good ideas were being written down. We just get to We just get to, if we choose to, be the gardeners. So today my title is Sky's the Limit. But some of you smart people may have noticed that my title had a question mark after it. Now why would that be? Well, there's lots of reasons why that might be, but not the least of which, since we're talking about science of mind principles and we're talking about the philosophy, not the least of which is our own missteps that was interpreted as magical thinking. I'll just think about this. And then it'll happen exactly the way I want it to, with exactly the people I want it to, in exactly the place I want it to, and the timing I want it to. And then it doesn't.
For sure.
So what's up with that? You know, we teach that there is one life, that there is one power, that there is one presence, that it is my life, it is our life, it is all life now, it always has been, it always will be, and it does nothing but say yes. So why in the world would things take longer than we think they should? Or than we think is the divine idea for how long it should take? Or why does it manifest differently than we think should be the revelation, the manifestation of whatever it is that is being desired? Well, it goes like this. And I know you've all been waiting forever to know. And if you haven't been waiting forever, that's all right. But you have wondered more than once. I guarantee it. Now, why is this taking so long? You know, I asked the practitioner of all practitioners to pray for this with me, and it should be just manifesting right now. I should be over this right now. This being a bug, this being a relationship, this being a whatever. I should be having my new job and being paid more than I've ever been paid right now. The thing is the should part. Because our idea of should is a human idea of should. And bless our hearts, our human idea of should really doesn't allow much wiggle room.
Right.
If it doesn't happen instantaneously, if it isn't exactly the demonstration that we have called forward, if any little thing is missing, well, I don't know about this God thing anyway. I don't know that I can be so sure as the teaching that I have studied or am studying says that I can be. And then it begins. The doubt. The wondering. the separation. What do I mean by separation? What I mean by separation is that we have the principles of our teaching that are ironclad, I want to tell you. Because were we to be able to get far enough away from our human tendencies to doubt, to wonder, to judge, to make up our minds and make up our stories about whatever it is, we would find that the universe, God, Spirit, works the same every time, all the time, for everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't, listen carefully to me, it doesn't always look like it to us.
Right.
That doesn't mean it isn't working.
Right.
Really. But there we are with our desire, with our heart's desire, with our desire to sell our business, with our desire to be able to paint until the cows come home, with our desire to be able to write new music of all these beautiful kinds and create a fabulous CD. We have our desires, and having our desires is so important.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much I wish I could move this microphone right now, because I really want to be all over the room. Our desires are so important. Now, why in the world would our desires be important? What do you think? Oh, come on. I know you have opinions, Patty. Why are our desires important?
The compass or a rudder to guide us.
Okay, compass, rudder, guidance. Patty?
They're God expressing through us, wanting to move and see us do what is right and good for us.
That's where the energy comes from.
Life force.
That's right.
Life force.
It means
It's
a lot.
God expressing through us, moving through us, guiding us, showing us the way to the life that we keep feeling inside so profoundly that is ours to live, and then we keep saying, no, no, not mine. I did that, you know. You've all heard at least part of this story, but I'll tell you anyway. When I completed my practitioner studies, my intention all the way through, Denise will vouch for this, all the way through the last year of practitioner studies was to enter ministerial school. And I got right, no kidding, right to the interview and went, nope. Nope, can't do it now. I have a job. I have a very busy job. I have lots of other things going on in my life that, you know, I mean, ministerial school is going to be hard. And then, once I'm finished with ministerial school, then people are going to have expectations of me to actually do something as a minister. Nope. So for 7 years, I said no. And I was happy doing what I was doing. I was happy with my job. I was happy with serving as a practitioner. I was happy doing what I was doing, but Spirit wasn't. And there was this perpetual yank, not tug, yank at my shoulder, going, come on, you're gonna do this. It doesn't matter what's going to happen next. And that was one of the biggest messages for me to understand. As I was being blitzed, as some of my friends would say, toward ministerial school, I didn't have to know what would follow. And I didn't realize that. I thought I had to figure it all out. What I would do, where I would do it, etc. But I finally gave up. I did. I gave up, I let go. Honest to goodness. I just said, okay. Just stop yanking on me. And I'll just take one step. I'll get into school and I will take one class. Just stop yanking on me. And so that's what I did. And then I took another class and I took another class and I took another class, you know, and the rest is kind of history, except that when I was finished and when I graduated ministerial school, nobody would believe me when I said, I have no intention of being a pulpit minister. And what it means to be a pulpit minister is to do what I'm doing right now. And it means to participate in the leadership of the center. And I kept saying, nope, nope, I'm not doing that. And part of the reason, a big part of the reason, and I'm not blaming or shaming anyone, and part of the reason that I kept saying no was because I didn't want my experience to be like experiences I had witnessed by other people.
Yeah.
Choices I'd witnessed by other people, decisions I'd witnessed by other people, qualities of leadership or the lack of it that I had witnessed in other people. I wasn't going there. So it took, how long, Denise, for me to get here?
Long.
The point is that the dream that was living within me, the desire that was living within me, the self-affirming assignment, if you can call it that was living within me, had its reason. And this was it. And it didn't matter what it took. But I had an idea about what it took. Didn't I?
Yeah.
I had a pretty solid idea about what it took. I wasn't going to do that. And yet here I am. So this thing about sky's the limit, question mark. This dream that we have, these dreams that we have, these desires that we have, we could call it a whim. It doesn't really matter. Do you know that all the things that we can think of that we would like to do have already been thought of by Spirit before we were even on the planet, and we made an agreement before we were even on the planet? Okay. That sounds okay to me. I'll do that. I'll go there. I'll say yes to them. I'll love them. I'll be available to them. It doesn't matter how long it takes us to show up. What's important is that we do. It doesn't matter how long it takes us to understand that this isn't just a fun idea about retiring. It's a divine idea about our next step. And we're being led there. Every week, I say something like, as we move into this day and the week ahead, we remember that we are led, we are inspired, we are uplifted, we are loved, we are guided every step of the way. By what? By our divine compass. Whether we recognize it every moment or not. Do you have any moments, anybody? Do you ever have any moments where you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing? I could have said heck, but why bother? Of course we do. Of course we do. We have moments where we don't feel like we have a clue about what we're doing, but who does? What does? Carol was speaking this morning about trust and about these aren't exactly your words, but I'm just borrowing. The inner knowing that is always there that says this way. Let's just take another step this way. Or forward. Towards someone, something, somewhere that is our heart's work. The sky being the limit is nonsense. Because there is no limit. There is no limit, no matter how it looks. There is no limit. There is only the limitation that we choose.
Yeah.
That we believe in. And maybe our parents believed it too, and our grandparents believed it too, and the other generation and the other generation, and that's okay. That's not a reason to blame anybody. But it's a heck of a reason to know better. It is the reason to remember who we are, what we are, why we are, and to do our best to move as that, to be kind as that, to smile as that, to sing and play as that. We can trust that 100%. Because that is the best part of us. And so it is.
And so it is.
Woo!
So now Michou is going to come up here and sing a song she wrote while she was sitting on the couch. Because that happens.
I was too busy listening to you. I'm the choir, she was preaching to me. It works perfectly. It fits right in with what she was talking
Seeing's believing, they always say. But what if that's simply a lie? What if believing directs our eye to see what our thoughts reify? Rise, rise above. Keep your eyes on the prize. Rise, rise, reach up. Let your eyes raise your heart to the skies. If someone is suffering, someone's to blame. For Paul to laugh, Peter must cry. Where is it written it works that way? Who told us we cannot all fly? Rise, rise above. Keep your eyes on the prize. Rise, rise, reach up. Let your eyes rise to the skies. One man told the truth and the blind could see. His healings the law did defy. We might doubt the proof, yet it comes to be. On just one thing we can rely. Love, love, love. Keep your eyes on the prize. Love loves enough. Time to outgrow your world weary disguise. Rise, rise above. Keep your eyes on the prize. Rise, rise, reach up. Let your eyes raise your heart to the skies. Keep your eyes on the prize. the sky.